Hello, beautiful people. This is Sammy from Not Your Average Club. It's a safe place for come and talk all things mental health, spirituality, and quite a bit of tarot. I was going to do this message on TikTok, but it's too long for TikTok. I didn't want to make it like 10 freaking parts. But this is a channeled message, and it's the exact same storyline of a tarot reading I did on my YouTube channel like years ago. So like there's a collective energy that like I got to download with, and I think this storyline does in fact resonate with my personal twin flame journey, but I don't know, I can't be sure. I don't want to like assume things, but I don't think this message is just for me. So all that being said, excuse my appearance. I just took a shower. My hair is still wet. My skin is acting a fool. And I didn't feel like getting cute for y'all. So y'all just gonna have to get me in my natural form. Oh well. So basically, the channeled messages, I went and I saw the new Little Mermaid in theaters yesterday with my daughters. And as I'm watching it, I start getting this like download about this very specific twin flame journey. Now, this will not be everybody's story. Even if you are a twin flame, you might not resonate with this exact storyline. But there is a collective that I've tapped into that I know it resonated because the original video that was a very similar storyline like blew up, and I had a whole bunch of people like, oh my God, this is my story. So this, I have faith that this will find the people it's meant to find. But I'm watching the movie, and there will be a couple of spoilers, but the spoilers are the same as like the original like cartoon version from the 90s. So like if you haven't seen that version, sorry. Like, so if you don't want spoilers for the movie, then don't watch this. But I mean, it's not that deep. Like, I'm not spoiling anything for the new movie. But so I was noticing parallels between the specific twin flame collective that I tapped into and the story of the Little Mermaid. So I'm going to use the Little Mermaid to illustrate this specific twin flame journey, right? Ariel was from the ocean, right? She was the master of the ocean because she was royal blood. She was, you know, a princess of the ocean. So the master of the ocean. Eric was a prince of the land, right? He was the master of the land, right? And I've seen this parallel where the divine feminine, symbolized by Ariel, is like the master of spirituality, right? The divine masculine is like the master of the earthly realm. So they're very successful when it comes to like business and things of that nature, right? So like in the original twin flame reading that I did, I was getting that the divine masculine was showing up as the emperor, and the divine feminine was showing up as a mixture of the empress and the high priestess. She was showing up in both, in dual nature, right? So she was his divine counterpart. And it was also showing up in that reading that the divine masculine had a curiosity, an infinity for spiritual things, but he wasn't a master of it. He was like a newbie. It was more like a curiosity, like, you know? In The Little Mermaid, Eric was always going out on boats and like exploring the ocean because he had a natural curiosity about the ocean and spirituality. And it shows in the newer movie, there's more dialogue than in the cartoon movie, where basically his mother and his parents kept trying to discourage him from exploring the ocean. Like, that's the world is evil. You can't be a part of that. You know, the ocean gods are, they don't like us and they will destroy us, and so on and so forth. So I believe that this particular divine masculine that I've tapped into comes from a family that is probably like more traditionally religious or atheist. They think like paganism and spirituality and, you know, like things of that nature, like is like evil or sinful. Like if you're a like an intuitive or a tarot reader, or you practice divination or you believe in a deity other than what they were traditionally taught. Like maybe they're like come from a monotheistic religion where, you know, they believe Allah is the one true God, or they believe Yahweh is the one true God, or so on and so forth. Or they might be atheists, you know. But either way, they're very like stuck in their traditional way of being, right? And the world that this divine feminine is a part of, that she's a master of. And I believe that the ocean symbolizes spirituality, right? Is very much so the thing that this divine masculine has always been curious of, but been taught to stay away from, that it's dangerous, that it's wrong, right? So then, of course, they have their like little meet cute moment, but it feels like it is more or less in the 5D. Because when Ariel saves Eric, she pulls him up on a land and he sees her, but she's like kind of blurry, like in a haze, right? And I got this download that the divine masculine experiences the divine feminine in the 5D, like in a dream or like via like social media or whatever. They have not met in the 3D originally, right? And he thinks that he's like made her up, that she's a fantasy, but he's looking for her. He's like sent out all of his people to go look for her. He's looking for her on social media. He's trying to find her in real life. He's trying to run into her, so on and so forth, right? Then there is a copycat energy, which is symbolized by Ursula in The Little Mermaid. I've tapped into this collective before, guys. If you have watched this video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're like, oh my God, yes. Okay. So I believe that because this Eric divine masculine is on the hunt for his divine feminine, he went and he looked to tarot readers and other psychics and other intuitives to help him find this dream woman, right? This woman who saved him, this woman who's enlightened him, this woman who has woken him up to the truth of spirituality and the spiritual path, and diving deeper in that the material world is great and it's fine to be a master of it, but it has no substance if you don't have a true connection with the universe, with God, with the angels, with your spiritual team, right? So in a way, this divine feminine, this Ariel, saved him before he ever even came into a connection with him. She's awakened him, right? This is the twin flame process. So then he reaches out to like an intuitive or a psychic or whatever, and she decides to, she sees his future, she sees his success, whatever, and she decides to copy Ariel by stealing Ariel's voice, stealing her message, stealing, you know, whatever, right? In the movie, she like turns into a human and she uses Ariel's song, you know, to pretend to be Ariel, and he's almost tricked by her. He almost marries her, right? Feel like there was a copycat energy, this other spiritual woman, but she like abuses the power. She's like the sea witch. You know, she uses spirituality for the wrong thing. She does like love spells and abundance spells and all these things to like cheat the system. She doesn't actually do shadow work and try to heal, try to evolve, try to work on herself. She just wants the accolades, the success, the money, the fame, the quick, you know, money grab, right? So she'll play dirty. She'll put a love spell on somebody. She'll use sex magic intentionally to manifest like a specific person. She'll do all the things that like you really shouldn't be doing in spirituality, right? And this divine masculine, through the power of this woman's love spells and whatever, almost gets tricked into thinking that this copycat energy is his dream woman, is his soulmate. He's like, oh, okay, maybe she just showed up in a different body, maybe, you know, so on and so forth. I feel like the future prediction is that this divine feminine shows up in his 3D reality, possibly just via social media or something, maybe not in the real life, or for some of you, it could show up in real life, like maybe he meets her at a job or whatever, and right in the nick of time, right when he almost like sold his soul to like the devil, but it's almost like when he decides to commit to this woman, where he almost gets trapped in a relationship with her, whether it be marriage or whether it be having a baby with her, whatever. This divine feminine shows up and he goes, wait a fucking minute, that's her, right? But something's off. Her voice has been stifled. She's been silenced, right? In the end of the new movie, King Triton is talking to Ariel, and she says to him, Ariel says to King Triton, "Thank you for finally hearing me," because he gives her the ability to be a part of Eric's world. He gives her the ability to, he releases his hold on her because she has been controlled. She's been not allowed to be successful in the material world and land, right? She hasn't been allowed to explore the land, to venture out on her own. He had a tight grip on her. I feel like the divine feminine very much so has experienced that in her life, right? Not being able to speak her truth, not being able to venture out on her own, to be her quirky little weird, alien little self in the 3D world, right? Her abundance has been held captive, right? She finally looks to him and she says, "Thank you for hearing me," right? And then he says, "Your voice shouldn't have had to been taken away in order for you to be heard." And he had remorse because Ariel gave her voice away in order for Triton and others, and for Eric's parents and everybody else to see that she's a good person, that she's worthy, that her world, this ocean is not evil, right? I feel like this divine feminine had spiritual attacks from all sides. From this Prince Eric, this divine masculine side, his parents and stuff tried to discourage their coming together. His friends tried to discourage their coming together. They're two different worlds. They can't blend. Maybe he came from money or a different religion. Maybe she's poor, whatever. Their worlds can't blend according to these people, right? Who doesn't realize that the very soul's purpose of them coming together is the blending and is the merging of their two worlds. Their marriage, Prince Eric and Princess Ariel's coming together, was the merging of these two worlds, land and water. In this divine feminine, they're supposed to be teaching these two worlds, heavens and the earth, that they're supposed to play together. Divine union, the coming together between masculine and feminine energy, the divine union of twin flames, is not just about these two people coming together. It's about them blending the worlds, the merging of feminine and masculine energy, the merging of the heavenly plane and the earthly plane. It's the merging of the divine and God energy. It's action and manifestation coming together. And it's through these two people coming together that their separate worlds learn about the other world. They have to witness the love. They have to witness the duality. They have to witness this divine dance, this divine coming together in order to realize that it is safe. This divine union, in a way, helps save the world. That's the purpose. And I got this divine clarity from watching The Little Mermaid. Who knew? It's one of my favorites as a child. I loved The Little Mermaid as a child. It was one of my favorites. I watched it all the time. And now I got so much clarity. And it's funny because every time I do a reading with my specific twin flame, I always get the Beauty and the Beast. And that was my other favorite movie as a kid. The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast. And now Spirit's speaking to me about it, about my twin flame. And I think about your guys' twin flame. So I hope you enjoyed that. I love you. I hope you have a magical, wonderful, awesome day. And I hope that brings you clarity. If it does, shoot me a comment below. Like, subscribe, share, all of those wonderful things. And my books are open for personal reading. If you'd like one, the information for that will be down below. I love you guys. You're doing great, sweetie. By the way, your butt looks fantastic today.